Hey, what's up people? So I was surfing the web the other night, right? And I almost forgot that Halloween is right around the corner. Most people are probably preparing for the long night of frights. But in the meantime, let me bring you 10 frightfully fascinating facts about Halloween. The origins of Halloween can be dated back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. The Celts would celebrate the new year on the 1st of November because it marked the end of summer and the beginning of the cold winter where many of their people died. They believed that on the night before the new year, which would be October 31st, is when the ghosts of the dead returned to Earth. Dressing up on Halloween also originated from the Celts. They believed that the wall between the world of the living and the paranormal is weakened and the spirits could come through. Because of this belief, they wore costumes and masks during the Samhain festival to disguise themselves from the wandering spirits. Their costumes were very different from what we wear today. A parent's biggest fear is that their child's Halloween candy is poisoned or stuffed with razor blades, but in reality it has hardly ever happened. There are only 2 known cases that happened in the early 1970s and both involved relatives. In 1970, a boy died of a heroin overdose but was later discovered to have accidentally consumed some of his uncle's heroin stash, and the family had sprinkled some of the heroin on his candy to cover up the incident. In 1974, Timothy O'Brien died after eating a pixie stick his father had laced with cyanide to collect on the insurance money. See, there's completely nothing to be afraid of. A full moon on Halloween is extremely rare. Many horror movies and decorations show a witch flying across a full moon, but the next full moon on Halloween won't occur until 2020. The most recent Halloween full moon was back in 2001, and before that, it was in 1955. During Halloween, there are plenty of Halloween houses, but this one is by far the largest and probably spookiest. The Haunted Cave in Lewisburg, Ohio is the largest haunted house, measuring about 3,564 feet. That is over half a mile long. If that's not spooky enough, you'll be 80 feet underground in an abandoned mine. The first jack-o'-lanterns were actually made from turnips. In Ireland, where the Celts originated from, had plenty of turnips to spare to make their Halloween carvings, but when they migrated to North America, they did not grow many turnips, so instead they used pumpkins. According to Irish legend, jack-o'-lanterns were named after a man named Jack who had tricked the devil several times and made him promise to never take his soul. When he finally died, he was forbidden entry into both heaven and hell and was forced to wander the earth, waving his lantern leading people away from their path. Mexico celebrates Días de los Muertos, or Days of the Dead, on November 1st and 2nd instead of Halloween. Though both have some similarities such as dressing up, Días de los Muertos is more of a cultural tradition where they honor the dead with festivals and celebrate the lives of the deceased with food, drinks, parties, and activities the dead enjoyed in life. In many countries such as France and Australia, Halloween is seen as an unwanted and overly commercial American influence, which is somewhat true. Halloween is the second highest grossing commercial holiday, the first being of course Christmas, and according to the National Retail Federation, consumers spent $5.8 billion on Halloween in 2010 and jumped to nearly $7 billion by 2015. The average amount an adult spent in 2015 was about $74 on candy, costumes, and decor. Back in 1920, the city of Anoka, Minnesota were sick of kids vandalizing everything on Halloween night, so to keep these kids distracted, they threw a huge party. It worked so well that it became an annual celebration and spread to other cities. By 1937, Congress had officially named Anoka the Halloween capital of the world. That was the video, you guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and if you are new, make sure to subscribe because there's going to be some videos you'll want to see. Also, make sure to follow us on Twitter at ChocolateSushi5 for any channel updates and daily tweets. If you're interested in watching the previous video, go ahead and click the annotation or the little white eye icon on the top right of your screen. I'll let the video play for a bit so you can see what it's about. But thank you for watching. Until then, people, I'm your host Angel, and I'll be back with more to share. Anatidaphobia is the irrational fear of being watched by a duck or a goose. That's it. The duck or goose isn't attacking or touching, just watching. From a distance, at your general direction, just thinking duck stuff.